I'm Kurt Shimmers. Every day, fortunes are gained and lost in the financial markets. News, trends, and even geopolitical events shape your financial landscape. Join me and my expert guests right now on Traders Nation. Welcome. You are tuned into Traders Nation. Thanks for making us a part of your day. Don and I have got a packed show. Angela Sloan, she's back with us here today. She's CEO and founder of Sloan Financial Group. You know, those nice tax cuts and Job Act of 2017, big, right? Everybody enjoyed it, still enjoying it. Well, it's going to be coming around to tax time. We're going to find out, is it going to affect us on how we're going to file for 2018? We got some great stocks for you, too. Payment processors and retailers back on our list. We got stocks, we got guests, we got commentary and news, and a whole lot more. All that right here. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Traders Nation, if you promise not to tune out, we promise not to talk about you while you're gone. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Get Pro Online DVD Trader today. Whether you're an experienced trader or just beginning, you'll improve your skills dramatically. Click on the Knowledge Center button to order your copy today. Traders Nation, delivering what you want when you want it. Traders Nation. Traders Nation. Live.
It's on the whole time.
Bringing traders coverage of the markets, solid trading strategies, potential hot stock movers, world-class guests, informative callers, and unsurpassed market chatter for traders to take all the way to the bank.
You guys got some great stuff coming out. I mean, the great station.
Stay on top.
This is always changing. It's always fresh. Something new.
Stay tuned in. Traders Nation.
There's always something to look forward to.
Clearly, you can hear the difference. Traders Nation. It's the Traders Nation Network.
Hi, I'm Steve Forbes, and you're watching Traders Nation.
Yeah, that's right. Steve Forbes. Yeah, how you like that? Holy smokes. You can catch that interview that Steve was on Traders Nation. You know, Forbes Magazine, presidential candidate Steve Forbes, that guy. Catch him over at our YouTube channel, tradersnation.com, all that good stuff. Always got great guests on. Steve Forbes is certainly one of them. Ken Fisher. You name them. We've really literally had them out, huh, Don? Some senators, foreign ministers, celebrities. You name it, man. We got it.
And we're here.
That's right. We got some great stuff. Hey, Don, payment process, tis the season, Don. Tis the season.
That's right.
Retailers we're going to be talking about here today. Payment processors are going to be talking about here today. And certainly MasterCard on the top of our list, Don. MasterCard currently trading at $196.92, rather. $196.92, Don. 1.3 million shares exchanging hands here today on that bad boy. Huge intraday swing trades on some of these stocks. Take a look at the chart on this one. This one's no exception. Nice reversal off of that $181. And now trading above its 200-day moving average. Don, your thoughts on some of these payment processors, eh?
Well, on the payment processors, this is a business that's obviously not going away, and it ties right in, obviously, with retail.
Yeah.
But if you look at MasterCard and you look at these not bad charts, they get hit when the markets go down, and these stocks are one of the first to rebound on any kind of news where the markets shoot up. We had a big day yesterday with the markets being up 600 points. So these MasterCards, they take off like rockets. And then, of course, we've got the smaller ones, PayPal and Square. We follow them closely. And they're not actually doing bad in some of on these down days.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have some new players in the payment processor business, public companies that came public recently. One of them there is PAGS, which is on our list today.
Yes.
PAGS.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let's talk about some of these, since we are coming into the season here, holiday season. Really, what are we talking, like 30 days left before Christmas, right? This is where people start pouring it on, all right? Procrastinators are starting to pour it on, and this is where the payment processors can start making a lot of dough. MasterCard's one of them, MA. Let's go on to another one here today because we're going to get to our list. Visa Corp, currently trading at $139.23, Don. If you bring your charts up on these payment processors. You're right, Don. They come out to take a little bit of a hit. Nice recoveries, okay, find their support levels, and all these charts look almost identical, just at different monetary levels. Ditto on this one, found support at $130 with Visa. Okay, and it reversed up nicely to the upside, Don. Visa, V is the ticker symbol for that one. Okay.
Yep.
PayPal.
Same thing, Master, Visa.
Yeah.
Yep. Go on the PayPal. Go.
Yeah, those are the two. Those are the two historical, the legacy ones, right, Don? Let's get into today's technology, and certainly Visa, Mastercard's caught up, but nonetheless legacy. PayPal, PYPL, currently trading at $84.09. 1.9 million shares exchanging hands here today on that one. PayPal dropped to the support levels of $75.60, reversed right back up, Don, where its 50-day, 21-day, and 200-day moving averages all converge, Don, in the same area.
There you go.
Tight as a bundle. Don, your thoughts on PayPal?
Well, PayPal is one of those companies that came on strong, continues. They compete very heavily in the MasterCard, Visa arena.
Yeah.
And, of course, companies like PayPal and Square, of course, lead to more entrepreneurs coming into the business. And these companies, by the way, get very well funded when they get into this sector. So this is the financial game, and this is the financial business, and these are the leaders. And I expect some of these companies will absolutely blow the doors off for the holiday season.
I would imagine so, because as we're going to be talking about here today, we saw the Tax Cut and Jobs Act of 2017 kick in the full-blown into 2018. Prosperity's out there. People are spending money. Don, sadly, even if they don't have it, they're spending it, right, Don?
That's right.
Yeah.
They don't even know why they're spending it.
They're just, that's right. Things are glorious, right? That's right. I don't know why I'm spending it, but I'm going to spend it anyway. So if they don't have the cash in their pockets going on their MasterCard, Visa, they're running through their PayPal, Square, wherever they can, right, Don? And, and so things are fine. And we're going to be talking about that today with Angela Sloan a little bit later on. But nonetheless, Don, they're spending that money, and some of them don't have it, but they're spending it, Don. Consumer confidence, and this is where the consumer confidence comes into play too, Don, that we've been talking about for weeks and months in itself. All right, so PayPal, PYPL, put it on your radar. Don, let's move on to Square and Corp. Another one of those players. The new guys, right? New techie guys. Square and Corp currently trading at $67.85, 4.4 million shares exchanging hands here today, Don. Similar to the last three, Square dropped and found support at $55.78. Recovered nicely right here at its 200-day moving average. That's the tech side of it. Don, your thoughts on Square?
Well, this company got beat up pretty good. And like you say, it's back here trading in the 68, 70 range.
Yeah.
Down a buck today. But this is one chart looks pretty good on it.
Yeah.
And this is one of the new enters into the payment processor business.
Sure.
And don't forget, these companies are also lenders. They're lending money to some of these smaller retailers that will allow them to actually charge more sales.
Sure. They're absolutely doing that.
That's right.
They all got their hands in that. So not only do they make a little cha-ching when that card gets swiped through that little square thing that sits on top of those phones, Don, right?
Yep.
But they're making money. They got their tentacles out. They're making money in a lot of different places, and you're absolutely right. Lending business is good money too, right? And they're doing it. So there you have it.
That's right.
Square, put it on your radar. SQ is a ticker symbol for that one. SQ should be on your radar. Check out the charts and all that good stuff. Don, let's move on to retailers, okay? So
retail.
Amazon.
Oh boy, here we go.
All right, so we have the Amazon of all Amazons, Don. AMZN. Amazon currently trading at $16.56. That's $1,656. 2.7 million shares exchanging hands. Wow, is that huge, Don? Couple of $100 swings in Amazon just over the last several weeks, Don, we saw. So it went down as low as $1,429. Your thoughts?
Well, Amazon, tough to beat them. I mean, obviously, I shop there. I'm sure you do.
I do.
But, in the retail area, you have to give Walmart credit. They are trying hard. They have a very robust website.
Yeah.
Amazon, take a look at the chart on that, and you're right. That stock should go $50 either way and make your heart stop.
Yeah.
And Walmart stores, this is the battle of the Goliaths.
Yeah.
We don't know surely who's going to win.
Sure.
But some of the other retailers are benefiting as well. But these are the guys, and Amazon is probably going to kill it for the holiday season.
You're absolutely right. Amazon, your online retailer, Walmart versus Walmart, your offline retailer, which is in the online space, coming into that in its own. And here's the thing: is I think Walmart has a chance to compete with Amazon. They've got that market share. They've got a legacy that's been forever. They have the revenue behind them. They have all these things to compete with Amazon. A lot of these other companies, I don't think so. JCPenney, et cetera, they're gone, they're toast. Sears, they're gone, they're toast, right? Other retailers are going to do well, but they're going to do well in their niche areas. Whereas you have Amazon sells everything. You have Walmart sells everything. Everyone else will survive in their own niche market. So let's talk about that. So Amazon AMZN certainly should be on your radar. Walmart stores currently trading at $97.07 here today. 1.7 million shares exchanging hands. Average volume on this one, 8.1 million shares. Off its highs of $106, Don, that Walmart saw recently, okay? But during its earnings report, the stock took a little bit of a drop, okay? In fact, it dropped down to $93, all right? Has since recovered off of that, currently trading at $97. We're out of time. Hey, on the other side, Don, we'll talk about that. We'll shotgun off another stock for our viewers and listeners. But coming up next, we got Angela Sloan, okay? Tax Cuts and Job Act of 2017. Great year for us, but is it going to affect how we file our taxes in 2018? Stay tuned, you'll find out.
Traders Nation salutes America. Stay strong, stay proud, and stay in the green with us. Traders Nation live, bold, and packed for profit every weekday morning.
Traders Nation live, bold, and packed for profit. Sign up today for our weekly HTML newsletter and check out the Traders Nation store for products to enhance your stock trading day. Traders Nation, what you want, when you want it. Traders Nation.
Hey, Jeff Carlisa here from 38 Special, and we're rocking it up right here with Traders Nation.
Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. My pleasure to have back with us once again Angela Sloan. She's CEO and founder of Sloan Financial Group. Angela, welcome back to Traders Nation. How are you today?
Oh, wonderful. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks. Hey, listen, Tax Cuts and Job Act of 2017 was awesome for many, but when it comes to tax time and filing, are we going to be running into complex issues, Angela?
Yeah, I'm afraid it's not quite as simple as it was made out to be.
Oh.
Actually, myself and my staff was in training 2 weeks ago. We had a full week of training.
Yeah.
So the IRS has done the usual IRS thing. They've added 22,000 pages to the tax code in order to make it simple.
Good Lord. Good Lord. I had Steve Forbes on, and it was like filing. The topic at the time was filing our tax return on a postcard. And I think we're going the wrong way, aren't we, Angela?
Well, they took part of the 1040 and put it on a postcard, and it has 8 schedules that go with it. So,
good grief! Good grief!
So they took the 2-page form and turned it into 8.
So so now we have to buy tape to tape all these postcards together so they can get all the postcards in one lump sum. Isn't that that's the government working for us, right?
Yeah, but here's where a lot of confusion is going to come in.
Right.
And when we went to this training, one of the first things that we were told was you're going to have to evaluate your cost of doing business because it just went up. For reasons I just stated.
Okay.
The use of paper, the use of toner, the use of your time is going to be very time-consuming for us.
Okay.
And we were told first tax season is probably not going to start on time.
Oh.
They're just not going to be ready.
Okay.
They're going to be making changes to forms all throughout tax season. So the forms are nowhere near ready yet. And they said you need to make sure your clients understand that there will probably need an amendment. The earlier they file, the more likely they are to need an amendment.
Okay.
Because there are going to be changes being made throughout tax season. So they need to understand that up front because if they come back with a letter from the IRS, they're going to expect you to amend that return for free, and you just can't do it.
Right, right.
So We're trying to figure out how we're going to handle the administrative stuff, from our end to make sure they understand that this, and this is probably going to happen.
Yeah.
And it's not our fault.
It almost sounds like the dust hasn't settled yet over there at the IRS.
Oh, heavens no.
and seriously, they should be working on these forms 24/7, right, until they get them done. It just doesn't make sense to me that they're going to go into a tax season and not have their forms that everybody needs to work with not done yet. That's crazy stuff for me, but I guess that's the government. I don't know. Earlier,
they have to pass it so they can read it, right?
Yeah, so be prepared to file an extension because we just simply don't have our forms done yet. That's crazy. You and I would be out of business if we ran our business that way, wouldn't it?
Oh my goodness! If I ran my business the way the government runs theirs, I'd be in jail.
That's right.
I'd be. What would happen if I printed money?
Yeah, we would all be in jail. We would all be in jail, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we wouldn't be here talking on the air. We'd be in jail, wondering, hey, they did it. Why couldn't I? All right, so let's talk about some examples. Certainly, watch old versus new. There's going to be some new deduction allowances, and some are going to be going away. For instance, like the state and local tax deductions, sales tax, property. On the personal side, and I want to get to the business side, but this on the personal side. So certainly, they've got now a limit to where you can. The old used to be you could deduct your state, local sales, property taxes, things of that nature. But now there's a ceiling on that. It's like $10,000, and certainly you get into states like California, in New York, Maryland, maybe even Chicago. Yeah, there's going to be $10,000. It's like, well, wait a minute, that's what my monthly property tax is in some of these areas. How are they going to deal with that?
Well, they're going to be limited. Either they can move or they're going to be limited. And in our area, that's really not going to affect very many people at all in our area.
Right.
But when you get to certain areas, it's going to affect probably almost everybody.
Sure.
So, like I said, the option is to move or deal with it. It's just the way it is.
Go to Florida, right?
Yeah.
Move to Florida. It's easier on taxation down there. So yeah, I think you're absolutely right. And again, there's states that are really heavy hit. I mean, I'm talking. Well, there's one instance the other day where I saw a house in California was condemned. It had a fence around it and sold for nearly $1 million. I mean, really, good grief.
And what was the property tax on that?
Right, through the roof, I'd imagine, and only going to get worse too, because California has, every time a house gets sold, property gets sold, it's now at that new level. So there's no grandfather, there's no legacy amount. Every time it gets sold, it's recalculated at that sale amount. Very, very bad, and it hurts. Right. California's, hurts people, but California's benefiting from it tremendously. Let's go to the business side. Who's on the business side? Is there going to be any upside to businesses with this tax plan?
Oh yeah. The pass-through entities like your S corps, partnerships, those types entities, they're going to have a new credit. It's called a 199A credit, and there's got to be 100 ways to calculate the credit depending on the business. We spent 2 full days just on that one credit.
Is that right?
It's going to pass through to their personal taxes. The whole purpose of that extra credit is to encourage these businesses to reinvest in their business and hire more people. Right. It's to get the business booming.
Sure.
Is what that whole thing is leading you to. So it kind of goes down to a funnel, and that's where the funnel winds up. Oh, I get it. You want me to expand my business and hire more people.
Sure.
So yeah, that's the crux of that. So that's for pass-through entities. For a C corporation, which is not a pass-through entity, the corporate tax rate has been cut. Okay. So, the corporate tax rate does look better. So, yes, it's definitely going to be good for businesses. There also the equipment and bonus depreciation.
Right.
The full cost of certain equipment placed in service after 2017 can be taken.
Nice.
So, that's going to be a help. And
those are great incentives. I mean, those are incentives for business. Those are incentives that businesses want. I want to grow my business, and by growing my business, I'm going to need equipment. I'm going to need to hire people. I mean, I'm liking that. I'm liking that.
The one thing that happened that I sort of kind of agree with in a way, because I can see where there's been a lot of abuse, is that they've taken away the deduction for entertainment expense.
Oh.
They specifically mentioned ball game tickets.
I wonder why. I wonder why. That must be popular. I'm sure they have a chart or a matrix on that. So
sure. You have corporations that bought licensed seats and deducted it because they give their tickets to whomever, as a business expense. So they've really cut back on the entertainment. Now, you can still do the meals. You still get 50% of business-related meals.
Right.
But they did do away with the entertainment.
Well, take that entertainment dollars, put it to the equipment, right? Put it to the equipment. So you're right.
Again, you can see where they're funneling this for people to buy equipment and hire people.
That's exactly right. We're almost out of time. In fact, probably about 30 seconds. Any downsides to business? I mean, we talked about time, maybe some confusion. Certainly going to be some accounting questions are going to come up. Are those what we're looking at for the downside for businesses?
For the downside?
Yeah.
It's mostly pretty positive for businesses. Like I said, they decreased the corporate tax rate. So
we're out of time. But so there's a little bit of downside, but mostly big side. Would you agree?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
All right.
When people ask me, is it going to hurt me or help me? I say yes.
Of course it is. Angela, where can we find you? Got a website?
Yeah, sloanfinancial.net.
Sloanfinancial.net. Head on over there.
Sloanfinancial.net.
Head on over there today. Angela, thanks for your time. We'll be right back.
My pleasure. And you have a Merry Christmas.
Same to you. Welcome back. You are tuned in to Traders Nation. Real quickly, Don, I want to let everyone know about Pro Online Trader DVD. We've been talking about charts here today. If you don't know about support, resistance, moving averages, all that stuff, get a copy at tradersnation.com today. Click on that More button when you get over there. Tradersnation.com, Tradersnation.com. Click on that More button. $29.95 plus shipping and handling. Makes a great Christmas gift. Stocking stuffer. Don, let's get back to payment processors before we run out of too much time. What's going on there in New York, you were saying?
Well, there is a move afoot, and it's a little bit more than just New York, but some restaurants have gone charge only. In other words, you can't use cash.
Really?
And actually, a politician in New York is trying to introduce some legislation now that says, well, wait a minute, what happens if somebody comes in and they just either don't use cards or don't have any access?
Yeah.
So getting back to payment processors, some restaurateurs want to eliminate cash altogether. So therein comes to play with the PayPal, Squares, and
I got to tell you, I'd be really interested to hearing the reason behind that, because it costs them money. It costs them money.
Security. They're talking about security.
Oh, okay. All right.
So, convenience and security.
There you have it. Don, do you own anything we talked about here today?
No.
All right. I don't either. These aren't buy-sell recommendations. You can find Don on all those websites, okay? That's right, Don. And
that's right.
LinkedIn, all those.